paying $14.99 a month for it.
Okay, hopefully we're back up and running. Hopefully we're back up and running. Alright, we're back. I'm going to wait for some people to come in and rejoin. But, holy moly, man. I think I grew some more gray hairs in here. I definitely grew some more gray hairs. Woo! What a day! Alright. Atlantis, do you want to help tell the story, or should I tell the story? You want me to tell the story? Dad, can I say for sure that this has to be one of the most ridiculous things ever you had to do? I wanted to just pause those people all day long and tell these people in clear cat language that you better not mess with my daddy. He works hard for himself and he knows exactly what he's doing. And I got the holy paws out of here, and I'll give you guys the paws up. You hear that? My daddy had to do a lot of work today. And I don't want these two people that knew nothing. My poor daddy had to deal with a lot of stuff today. Thank you, Atlantis. But he sure did a good job, didn't he? I don't know, Atlantis. I'll tell you what. I don't even know how I did it. I really don't. I could honestly say I have no idea how I did this. Well, Dad, I'll tell you how you did it. You stay calm, you stay cool and collected. I'm out of here. Bye. Okay. That's what I wanted to tell those people. I wanted to tell those two people at that yard, at that place, that you were not prepared. I know it. I wasn't prepared? No, you were prepared, but they weren't prepared. Oh, okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, man. Anyway, guys. How do I explain this? Like, where do I even begin? Because let me tell you, on a scale 1 to 10, alright, I want you guys to participate in this, alright? For those who saw it, and for those who've seen it, and felt my frustration, on a scale 1 to 10, 10 being the most difficult and over the top, and 1 being, it was way too simple, I could have done with my eyes closed. Please tell me your guys' number on the difficulty of that load from start to finish. I'll give you guys a few times. In the meantime, where's my cheese curls? Where are those at? There they are. Got a snap. I see a 9.5. I see a 10 plus. Alright, guys. So, I'm going to show you guys the video that I took of me helping unload. Let me tell you, I'm gonna get compensated for that. I am going to tell my DM I had to help unload that crew. Thanks, Mark. Totally understand, Mark. Now, it's a 3 for you, Mark. Right? Right? I'm going to give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. Flat out, a 9. Took me a while to think things through and sort out the mess that I got myself in. Well, I didn't get myself into it. There was literally one way in and one way out. You go in first, you come out other way. You guys want to know what my next move was if I wasn't going to be able to turn that thing around? Back the entire way out. Back all the way out completely. That is what I was going to have to do, unfortunately. You know? Me too. I really genuinely thought I was going to be stuck. I'm like, okay. So, let me show you guys some of the videos that I took. I know the video quality is not the greatest, guys. Yeah. Yeah, they had to call a third-party company to come in to help us. They did. They ended up having to call a third-party company to help us. I mean, you're right. I should, but I also had satellite view, which doesn't do any justice anymore. It does help. Don't get me wrong. It does help. I really thought I could go around the entire scenario. But it turns out in real life, when you actually go there, satellite pictures are out of date by many years at times. Alright guys, so, because I'm done with the load, I can tell you a little bit more about it and what it was and stuff like that, you know. So, no, that's not it. That's certainly not it. I need to go right here. Alright guys, so you see that? You see that right there? Do you see that spot right there? That's why I delivered. Alright? That is where I delivered, and you can see potential and how I could probably get away with all that, right? However, like I said, there's only one way in and one way out, man. Thank you. Now, on satellite, that's where my truck was. Now, when you look at a satellite view, right, you can pretty much judge how much space you're going to have, given the fact that, oh, okay, I could turn around in there and vice versa, but there's a slight problem with that. There was rocks. There were rocks right here and right there. If you look really closely at it, you see the gray spots at the entrance? That's a whole bunch of rocks right there. And where that pickup truck is and a couple other vehicles, that's the space right there. But get this. For those who saw it, there was pallets. Piles of pallets in that entire space. So it was hard for me to maneuver. Right? It was not easy. Alright? Like, I had to show my DM pictures. Alright? Pictures like that. Alright? That was some of the situation. Now, mind you, that's not a whole lot of space, man. Oh, yeah. Hopefully no flat tires. I'll find out in the morning, I guess. I didn't see no flat tires when I was moving, but yeah. Alright. So, in the process of me belittling, literally, right? Yikes, right? I got my truck turned around. By the way, that Bobcat right there, that's all they had to unload these pallets. That's it. That was it. That is the only thing they had to get to my pallets. That yellow Bobcat looking thing, right? Now, you see this? That's on the grass. My cab is on the grass, alright? I'll give you guys a minute to look at it, alright? Right? So you see how I'm turned? Now you see where my tandems are? They're all the way forward. You can see it's going to be a difficult back. Like, you can see this is not going to look good, right? That's a better view of where I was at already. I really could not go any closer to the edge because if you see where those rocks are, that's a ditch right there. That is a ditch. That right there is a ditch, guys. Where those white rocks are, that's the ditch. Now, for me to back in, that's kind of where I was aiming for my tires to go into, but there was not any space up front to maneuver. Now, you see that right there? That's how much room I had to play with right there on that side. I tell you what, guys, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Right? That's what I did there. Now, let's go over to exactly, right, Mark? Now, let's go over the scenario. Normally, when you have these kind of loads, they have a big forklift that has an extendable boom on it, like that goes like this, and could go pretty deep into the pallets, into the trailer, and come out and unload. They have these booms that can go inside these trailers and grab the pallets, alright? They didn't have that. You know what they had? They had this. That's what they had to unload my truck. That forklift is only, what, 5 feet? 3 feet? No. About 5, 10 feet, right? That was gonna go and grab that. Look how far in my trailer, look how far in that pallet, that first pallet was in. That's the first pallet right there. That's the first of 8. 8 of those things, okay? 8 of those pallets. Half of my trailer was loaded already. Half. A little bit more than half, but half. And they stuck it all the way to the front because that's what you gotta do sometimes. And they had to call. You know what the guy says? He's like, "Do you not have a pallet jack?" Buddy, does it look like I carry a pallet jack? Does it look like I carry a pallet jack? I have a different trailer almost every time I pick up a load. I don't carry a pallet jack. I do no touch freight. That means I don't touch freight. I don't touch with it. I don't mess with it. All I do is sign the paperwork and deliver it. This is no touch freight. Okay, so the reason why they didn't use a chain was for simple facts that those were the actual solar panels. Like, the most expensive part of that entire operation was those solar panels right there. They didn't want to ruin the pallet. If they broke the pallet, right, the pallets, if they pulled it with a chain and it broke and it just went like this and collapsed, all game over with those panels. So the only real way to get to those pallets, hey, no. The only real way to get to the pallets safely was to get a pallet jack. What they should have done was brought an electric pallet jack, but they didn't do that. Needless to say. And, yeah. You know. Was not easy, man. It was not easy. The only way to get those pallets off was to get a pallet jack, a manual pallet jack, roll it in, lift it up, roll it to the edge, and do that 8 times, you know? Because if that pallet broke and those panels collapsed, that whole pallet's ruined, and we didn't want that, you know? There was also a major language barrier. Okay, guys? Google Translations kind of helped, but I didn't know how to use it very well, so it was kind of difficult for me. The one guy spoke good English, was kind of translating for me, but he didn't really want me to talk, you know? I'm not gonna lie, they act so stupid in front of people. They do. Those 2 people know how to use it like that. They were to each other, but when it comes to talking to me or talking to my helper that came, it was like, huh? What? Oh, I don't understand. What do you want me to do? It was frustrating, to say none the least. Hello! Hi, how are we? So that was difficult, guys. Welcome to the channel for all those that are new. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, please. Oh! As my wolf would say, right there. You know? Say hello to Atlantis, everyone! Oh, did you say hello? Are you saying hello? Hi, everyone. Hit the pause button for me. Hit the like pause button. Hello. Okay. Oh, you're done. Yep, I agree. Yep. Hello. So, where was I before I wanted to introduce my cat to new people? Because I'm like that. So I get on my, by the way, I got there at 2:30 in the afternoon. I was 34 minutes late on their scheduled time, by the way, guys. Not that it would have mattered. It would not have mattered, you know. You best believe I fought to keep these people there because it was like they were wanting to leave. It was Friday. They want to go home. I'm like, no. I did not just drive 8 hours straight to get here, only to be told, oh, we don't know what to do. We have to call our boss, and our boss is not here. Our boss is somewhere else. And I'm like, call whoever you have to call to get this situation handled, and I'm going to call my people to get this situation handled, because I am not, I repeat, I am not spending the weekend there. Was not going to just sit there. No. I wanted that to be unloaded now, is what I wanted. And I got it. Hope I'm not asked to move, because, yeah, I'm not moving till tomorrow. You know? So, needless to say, it all worked out. It was just a little bit time consuming. It was very stressful. I apologize if I started yelling, started swearing, if I started getting really hot bothered with things. If I let my emotions get to me, I want to apologize right now for it, because that is not me. However, I hope you guys can understand the situation as to what was going on, you know? So, it was not easy. Was not easy. Decompress. But it got handled. Now, as you guys heard earlier, I was on the phone with my boss for tonight, asking about how I get compensated for helping with the unload process. I better get some sort of form of detention pay for this, alright? Nice. Yep, I'm now waiting for a load. I will not get a load until tomorrow because guess what? Everybody left the office already. I had to wait. What time did I get done? What was it, like 6? What time is it now? Because I don't want to tell them the wrong time. I think I got done around 6 or something like that. Good idea. Except if I'm out of my time, I can't move. Well, I probably could, but I can't. I don't want to. But yeah. As you guys heard on the phone earlier, talking to the overnight crew, which isn't really an overnight crew at all. I call them just fill-ins for just sitting there for a breakdown and emergencies only. They don't have access to planning. They don't have access to messaging. They don't have access to, hey, let me put in something for you so your DM in the morning can actually look at it. They can't do nothing. The overnight crew at the office is, how can I say, only there for breakdowns and for emergencies. That is it. They don't plan loads. They don't put things into the system. They do very little and very, very much of nothing. Except for answer the phone calls, ask a couple questions, answer a few questions if they can be bothered. Although I talked to the one guy, he seemed, there is one guy on overnights that is very helpful. He knows what he can and cannot do, but he'll make sure that you get the answer if he does not have the answer. I will tell you now, I put this load in my notes of do not go back there under any circumstance. Do not go there. Do not accept the load. Do not do anything for them. Nope, I'm not. I told my DM, I told my daytime DM, my manager, my boss, who is over me, I said, I'm going to send you pictures, and I'm going to make sure you guys understand not, and I repeat, do not send a trailer down here again. Is going to have to get towed out of there if they don't have, and not to be offensive, not to be rude, not to be mean, you need all the skill in the world to navigate that particular spot. If you're not on your A game, you don't know what to do, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't think I could do anything. I was fully prepared to only do the easiest thing possible, and that was to back all the way out of that lot. And that meant, what, a quarter of a mile and a half down a dirt road that's barely big enough for a truck that has all these potholes that you can't see going backwards, but you can see going forward, you know. Lantis, can you not knock over the water, please? There is water in there. Please don't knock the water over. Thank you, babe. So, oh no, that load was, it's a typical load for 17,000 pounds, I would imagine. I mean, it was only 386 miles, so I only get half of that when it comes to like payment of the full amount, because I had to put, get this, they wanted me to put a full tank of diesel jack in there. I said, no, why do I need to put a full tank of diesel in my truck when I only need to put like 90 gallons or 80 gallons or something. No. Well, the customer requires that you have such and such and such and such and such and such. Okay. Well, you know. Oh, I know, right, Cat Mom? Dad, come lift me. Dad. What? Look what I can do. What is it that you can do? I can come over here, and I'm going to sit here and look pretty. Okay. Okay. Ernie could do it? Yes. He could. Any truck driver with years of experience can do that. It's going to be difficult for anybody. Even if you have loads of experience, you have to be 100% on your game. When I was leaving that facility, all right, I knew that was going to be tight turning out of there. I knew it was going to be tight. That's why I waited so long. If you guys saw me sitting there, I was doing paperwork. I'm like, I'm just going to wait. Do my paperwork. I knew no one's going to be able to pass me. I could care less about the people behind me at this point, which was only 2. All right. And I'm like, okay. If you guys saw how much room I took up turning out of there, I had to take that thing wide and take up both lanes to get out of there. Both lanes to get out of there, you know. And the reason why is because on both sides is a ditch going in and out of that place. Oh, I can imagine he would. I can imagine Ernie would have. I can imagine he would, but you know what? I felt like doing the same thing, but I didn't. You know? Good job. It's going to be dinner time for me soon. I'm going to go get dinner myself because I need to. So, but you guys can imagine, like, just go back and watch the video from start to finish in that segment. Go about 8 hours into it and start there. It's not fun. It was, you know. Hold on. So, I agree. I thought I did too. I'm not gonna lie, I started to panic. I did, you know. I did panic. I was panicking a little bit, I'll be honest with you guys. If you guys saw me walking around the truck when it was facing the one direction, it was because I was looking for a very good place to back into if I had to go into the field. I said, nope, the field's completely out of the question. Nothing in there. There was no real good place to turn around other than just, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then, to make it better, I had a lady call me. There was a point of contact that I had to call and let them know that, hey, I'm such and such out, blah, 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 blah. Be prepared, right? Well, the first time Atlantis was jumping up there. The first time I called this person, point of contact they called it, she immediately asked me, well, why are you going to be a half hour to 45 minutes late, sir? Except that wasn't her accent. Oh, no, it wasn't her accent. That wasn't her accent. It was, excuse me, sir. Why are you going to be late? We already rented the equipment and all that. And why are you going to be 34 minutes late? I'll have to call the crew and tell them that, hey, our driver's on his way. He's going to be late. I'm like, God bless America. So she was upset about that, and they were not happy with me being 34 minutes late. I'm like, Look, lady, I'm sorry. Why am I late? Because I had to go through traffic, okay? Traffic is a killer sometimes, okay? So, oi, what are you doing up there? Hi. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Dad, don't you see I'm doing something? Yeah, I want to know what you're doing. I'm just up here exploring. You're exploring. Yeah, Dad. Okay, just don't tear nothing up, will you? Okay, Dad. Good. Glad we had this conversation. Sheesh. Anyway. So then I call her back. I say, hey, I'm here. Oh, good. My crew's ready. Don't be late again. I'm going to have to find, the whole parade of why am I late and this and that. And so I get there. We get this. And then she calls again and asks me, hey, sir, why are you not prepared to help unload this trailer? Where is the pallet jack that's supposed to be there? Why don't you have a pallet jack? Why don't you have proper equipment for this load? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I'm like, that's exactly what I was saying. Hey, what are you crying about? You want treats? Do you want treats? I'll get some treats later, okay? So, but she really thought I was gonna have the. I said, if you got a problem, call my company. Let them handle it. I'm just a driver. I don't touch the freight. I don't load the trailers. I don't unload the trailers. I just deliver. I just drive. That's all I do, you know? That's all I do. You know? That's all I do is I just deliver freight. I don't handle the freight itself. Hello, Atlantis. Hello. But yeah, guys, this was a very stressful load. I never want to load like this again. At least not this bad, you know? Whew. So, it wasn't fun. It was not fun. Today was not fun ending. At least it's a Friday. That's always good. I can just relax now and have the rest of my night to myself and go from there, you know? What can I say? It was a stressful day, but it was a good night, you know? So. Exactly, Cat Mom, exactly, you know? Yeah, I did tell my DM everything that he needs to know about the situation because I'm hoping they don't look at the dollar amount next time and they just look at the common sense of things. And when I relay message, I would hope they would say, hey, we had a driver in this situation before. Let's not put another driver in this situation. Because I'm not trying to be mean or difficult or not undermining anyone's skill set, but there will be people that are in that situation that will not know how to do it. They will freeze on the spot, or they're going to think to turn around in the fields, and then they're going to get the tractor trailer stuck, and then that's going to be a bad day for everybody, you know? And we don't want that either. Trust me, we don't want that. So I had to be very careful on how I did things, you know? But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the stream now. I'm gonna go get dinner. I'm gonna chill out, relax now, probably get some sleep. We'll see what tomorrow brings. It being a Saturday, who knows? I might drive down to a Flying J or a Pilot or a Love's, whichever one is closest, and sit there for the weekend and stuff like that. Hey, Cat Mom, I'm going to call you here in a minute. So, hope you guys have a good night. I'll catch you everybody next time. Thank you. Bye.